Hey everyone, it's Ben from The Ben Scented. Thanks for tuning in, and if you're new, thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to subscribe and press the notification button to stay up to date with any new content of mine. And of course, if you like the video, please don't forget to press the like button. Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about 3 fragrances from the house of Jacques Fath. Vetiver Gris, Jasmin de Toscane, and Encens Copal. All 3 of these fragrances were created by Jean-Christophe Hérault. If the name doesn't ring a bell, this will definitely ring a bell. He is the creator of Creed Aventus. I'm going to go through these fragrances in chronological order, starting with Vetiver Gris from 2022. First off, the bottles are absolutely gorgeous. They're sleek. They're just what you need. You don't need more, don't need less. They do have a weight to them, and the magnet on here is pretty hefty. So Vetiver Gris is, of course, a vetiver-based fragrance. Fresh, not too citrusy, absolutely beautiful. It starts off with bitter orange at the top, hazelnut, mandarin orange. In the heart nose, it's got galbanum, geranium, and one of my favorite notes, neroli. And in its base note, it's got Java vetiver oil, vetiver, iris, and sinfonide. Sinfonide gives it some sort of a synthetic note, but just at the very end, at the base with a vetiver, it really rounds the vetiver up a little bit. I think the idea behind it is that if there's too much vetiver in the base and nothing to counterbalance, it would be very green and dry. And this really ensures that it stays a little zesty. So this fragrance is gorgeous. I love vetiver, so for me this is a great fragrance. It is very versatile, it is fresh. I see it being worn 3 months out of the year, maybe even in winter if you want to respray several times a day. I just don't see the longevity for the winter, but it is a gorgeous and fresh fragrance which really adds something new with a bitter orange and hazelnut up top, complemented by galbanum and geranium. It gives the floral a little bit of a nuttiness, which is then complemented by the vetiver, the iris, and the sinfonide. Now the iris in here is not lipsticky. It is floral and really just rounds up the vetiver with the sinfonide. So this is a gorgeous fragrance that I can only recommend you get your nose onto. Vetiver Gris by Jacques Fath. Next up is Jasmin de Toscane, which means something like Jasmine from the Toscana region in Italy. So this is a small bottle and it has quite a dent. My wife loves this, so she has used most of it. So to the friends over at Jacques Fath who blessed me with these 3 fragrances, if you can send me a big bottle of this, I'd appreciate it. It is definitely one of the favorite fragrances of my wife. My wife is very specific and she knows what she likes. So a dent like this means something. So if you can send me a bigger bottle next time, I'd appreciate it. So this one obviously is the 30 ml bottle of Jasmin de Toscane. From what I've seen online, the color of the juice is a little more red in the larger bottle. I don't know why, because it seems relatively yellow here. So for those who love jasmine, this may be a dream. Oh, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It is more than jasmine. Jasmine is in it, but it is a fully rounded fragrance. Gorgeous. At the top, you have grapefruit, freesia, and petitgrain, which really gives it zesty but not too citrusy of a top note. It is floral fresh. In the heart note, we have 3 different types of jasmine: Indian jasmine, jasmine sambac, and Italian jasmine. So these combinations together with the freesia, the petitgrain, and the grapefruit, it's just a beautiful balance of fragrances, lifting the jasmine to be the lead role in this beautiful fragrance. And at its base, we have benzoin, hazelnut, and again, sinfonide. Now, the sinfonide here is very subtle, way more subtle than in Vetiver Gris. But again, it really just rounds it up. If we had only hazelnut and benzoin, it may have been a little too cloying. What sinfonide does here, and even though it's the same ingredients, I believe the purpose in here is different, which is to lift it up and to not make it too earthy. So this is a beautiful balance and really taking jasmine and putting it in the main role of the act. Jasmin de Toscane by Jacques Fath. And last but not least, Encens Copal, a 2024 creation by Jean-Christophe Hérault. So again, the bottles are identical. This one again is the 100 ml bottle. Here we have incense in the name. So let's see what this is about. Yeah, this has frankincense. Yeah, this has frankincense. I'm absolutely drawn to fragrances with frankincense. One of the fragrances I love to wear, and for some reason I keep going back to, is the new 2024 iteration of New Look by Dior. It's got nothing to do with Encens Copal other than the frankincense, which has such a pure smell. So that's the one thing they have in common, the frankincense. But it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got the same frankincense note, only that New Look is pure frankincense and aldehydes, whereas here we have a lot more going on. So here we have mandarin orange at the top, with bergamot and hazelnut again. The hazelnut is prominent. So you can smell the hazelnut from the moment you spray it on. In the midst, we have mastic, geranium, and orris. Now mastic or lentisk, a fresh balsamic turpentine-like scent. So the first balsamic note here is that of mastic or lentisk, whichever nomination you prefer. And in the base, you obviously have frankincense, which you can smell from the get-go. If you like frankincense and you know frankincense, you can tell it has frankincense from a mile away. Benzoin and labdanum. Balsamic frankincense fragrance with hazelnut and some citrusy at the top. It's gorgeous, a light and beautiful hazelnut-leaning incense fragrance. Now, I've been wearing this in the winter, where it goes perfectly. I do see this as a great summer fragrance as well. Yes, it is an incense fragrance, balsamic incense fragrance, but it does have its fresh characters here as well, with mandarin and bergamot really lifting it up, and hazelnut as well as the orris. This is a beautiful fragrance that I definitely see worn all year round. I will wear this in the summer and give you an update once I do. Thank you so much for watching my video today on 3 creations by Jean-Christophe Hérault for Jacques Fath, Vetiver Gris, Jasmin de Toscane, and Encens Copal. If you liked the video, don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and press the notification button to stay up to date. Have you tried any Jacques Fath fragrances? Please leave a comment or contact me on Instagram or TikTok. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay scented.